Hi, it's Jock again with another urgent cultural update. Last week, my friend Tim Montesanti up on Sonoma Mountain Road, he had urged me to see The Normal Heart on HBO. And that email arrived as Lorna Dune and I were watching The Normal Heart, and he's completely right. It's about battles we've fought and are still fighting. It's largely autobiographical. The Normal Heart was a play written by Larry Kramer, this guy. And doesn't he have distinctive eyewear? The film is about much more than AIDS, but since I have an HIV virus, a retrovirus drawn here, why don't we just plow into that? First of all, we're going to have to define a few things here. The virus is a pretty simple thing. It's a bit of genetic code wrapped up in a coating made of fats, sugars, and proteins. The second is enzyme. Enzymes are chemicals, they're natural chemicals that our body creates. Their job is to send signals or sometimes to act like scissors to snip things in and out of other things. Drugs that work to control HIV interfere or inhibit these enzymes from doing their job or from being produced. So here's an HIV virus floating around, and it's going to come upon a T4 helper cell. That's a part of our blood system, our bloodstream, and one will bind to the others. It will attach itself. It's going to help us if we can just open these two things up and take a look inside. The virus speaks a language, RNA. It's like DNA's double helix, except it's split down the middle. It's only one side of the double helix. The RNA needs to be translated into DNA before the virus can infect the helper T cell. Let's let this pencil be our translating enzyme. It's going to have to splice itself into the cell's DNA to change the job of that cell. It's going to change what that cell is for. Once it's spliced in with the enzyme integrase, and let's allow this roll of Scotch tape to be the integrase, the splicer in. Once it's spliced in, it turns the cell's new job into making copies of the HIV virus. And then it has to snip itself out of that DNA to make new copies of HIV. Our scissors will be those snippers out, and kind of explode them out into the rest of the bloodstream to infect other cells. The T4 helper cells are slowly converted from being helper cells into being HIV manufacturing factories. So the job of drugs that fight or work to control AIDS or HIV get in the way of those enzymes doing their jobs. Our enzymes are the pencil, the Scotch tape, and the scissors. And I just thought you might want to know, inspired by that movie, The Normal Heart, thought you might want to know how all that's working out so far. See you next week with another urgent cultural update.
Mm-hmm.